Hello. Alright, so I am back to talk about my game Origin Unknown. So this is iteration 5, but it is the second game engine build that I have done for the game so far. This one, I'm going to begin the video by showing a map that I made. So this is the general map of the actual level, which is Act 1. Obviously, the legend up here depicts some of the basic kind of items that you'll find. So you've got your starting point, which is the basic spawn point within the game. Then you have two items that you can find. You have an ally, an enemy, and then a boss. Well, monster instead of enemy. Then you have this little hidden path that I included. So after reading this chapter and then also watching the lecture and then looking at the PowerPoint as well, I came to the realization that I needed to add more elements of exploration to appeal towards the player type I selected, the Explorer. Hence why I included multiple items and then also the hidden path. Along the way, I'm probably going to add some kind of little Easter eggs, maybe like some statues or something, or something that alludes towards other myths. Just little things that I think would be kind of cool to add to the game and just add to the general aesthetic of Greek mythology itself. Obviously, Greek mythology on the brain is a huge part in this game, considering my map is the shape of a trident. But yeah, so this is just the general outline for this level. So if you take a look in core, you'll see that I have drew the basic outline. I shaped the terrain to look like a trident. I painted the terrain as well, different colors basically. So I gave it dirt paths along the lines to kind of indicate where the player can go. Then these right here are actually the hidden paths. Right now they're not really obstructed. There isn't, you can clearly see them. For right now, just as a beginning standpoint, I wanted to have them mapped out. For later iterations, I'm obviously going to add some type of layer of either like trees or bushes or something to show that like this is blocked off. I say blocked off in quotations when it's not really, and they can just cut through the level itself. Obviously you've got your big boss Mimas over here, you got the monster over here, which is the Nemean lion, and then you've got your ally, which in Act 1 it's Hercules. So when we start the game, we start at the starting point, our house. As you can see with the terrain that I sculpted, I added some foliage, so there's variations of grass and some trees. The sculpting, I created these kind of like little hills essentially to kind of act as barriers. So if we run all the way over here, we're going to see one of the first items that we'll be able to collect. Right now it's really just a placeholder, so unfortunately we can't collect it, but these books will stand for basically myths, various myths. They will tell stories of famous heroes and the gods themselves. So in my paper prototype, I stated how the one that you find is the 12 Labors of Hercules, because we encounter Hercules within this act. So later on in the game, obviously I'll be able to code these to be collected, and then the player will actually become more informed of the different myths that are in Greek mythology, and just the stories and just the varying degree of heroes that are within the mythologies as well. So coming all the way over here, I couldn't find an NPC that wouldn't attack besides a skeleton. So for this purpose, Hercules is a skeleton. It's just a placeholder. Now instead of going all the way back over there, here is my little hidden path. So obviously it's indicated by a different terrain color. You can see Big Bad Mimas over there. So we're just gonna cut through this, and we're gonna head over here. And again, like I said, I'm going to add some obstructions to it, either some bushes or maybe like a fake rock or something, like a fake boulder. something along the lines to do that. So you can see the Nemean lion is creeping right over there. As of right now, I haven't coded him. He's more of a placeholder. Here's the other set of books. So that Nemean lion design is just a placeholder to kind of show how it's going to look. I want to edit it more later on, but for attack purposes, the stone golem is going to represent the Nemean lion. So go forward and attack. We're gonna heal. Healing. Alright, took down the golem. Alright, so now, and then we have these little pickups. So that's another thing that I'm incorporating into the game is the pickup system. So the enemies will either drop like some type of food or armor, a weapon, gold. It really just depends on the enemy itself. So now we head over to battle Nemus. So he's gonna come at us relatively quickly. Now we're just gonna attack him. So with the hills that are surrounded, if the enemies try to back away and leave, they actually collide with them. So there's really not much of an opportunity for them to flee. Obviously Nemus is the bigger boss, so his range is fairly bigger compared to the one for the Nemean lion. Well, the loot's all the way up there. Nice. But yeah, so if I go over here to this hill, can't run through it, can't jump over it. I made them a specific height so the way I can't jump over it. But yeah, this is the basic level. Obviously, once I start developing the other acts, there's going to be some type of transitional objects, like a portal or a different spawn point where when you interact with it, it'll teleport you to the other one, the next level. But yeah, this is a basic... This is, well, essentially this is the outline of the level itself and how the map will play out and the overall design. Obviously there's going to be different aspects, and I'm going to add the village and some other enemies and then some more details to kind of flesh out the environment and make it more unique. But yeah, this is the basic design that I have so far. And yeah. Thank you.